Hello, everybody out there in YouTube land. This is Travis. I'm the adult male coming at you live again from the Adult Mobile. And this time around, we're celebrating a special day. Now, you may be watching this a few days later, but the day itself still matters. And we're talking about Pi Day. More like Pi Gal, am I right, guys? So for Pi Day, I went and got it a pie. You like it a nice pie day? I like it a nice pie day. Oh, that's the most offensive thing I've probably done on these. Anyways, so to celebrate. Sorry, I had to get the photo up. To celebrate Pi Day, which is March 14th, I went ahead and got a pie from Pieology. And some of you will be glad to know that there are napkins here today. So, don't worry, I got napkins for once. But pretty much what I did was I went to Pieology to celebrate Pi Day. You could also go to Blaze. Like I said, depending on when you see this, just know that on actual Pi Day, both of these places are going to have the meals, these pies, for $3.14. And hopefully this is the only time I refer to my pizzas as pies for now. So I got a pizza with Alfredo sauce, and for the toppings they got like a spicy chicken, a sausage, and then a bacon, and then I had them do a pesto drizzle on top of it. So let's just go ahead and jump right in. I'm gonna eat this whole thing, which is part of why I suppose you should be glad that there are napkins involved. So we'll start slice number one. There he is. And the good news is that even though I have to eat this with my hands, and there's the drizzle, and this is clearly going to be a mess, at least I got napkins now. I'm not gonna lie, this is pretty good. I mean, I have no reason to lie. So, part of the reason I went to Pieology, even though Blaze Pizza is doing the same thing, is if you look for it on the Obscure Gentlemen's podcast, you'll find that around this time last year, which would be in March, they did a pizza cast. And for that pizza cast, the two guys, plus friend of the show and co-host and producer for the 12 for a Penny podcast, Joe, and myself, went with them to do a Blaze Pizza taste test. So you should look for that. But I figured, since that's already out there on the internets, from us, I would go ahead and just do a Pieology pie. Because it's a nice little pie day, you know, because they even do it. And I'll say, I like both Blaze and Pieology. I think they're both pretty good. But they both might have items that the other one doesn't have. So that's why I'm glad to be around them. But don't worry, still got napkins. Gonna have to use those at one point, right? But gotta at least get the hands wet so the napkins will work. We're on to slice 3. God, okay, they could have cut this better. I should have just. Anyways. I think I either lost a piece of chicken or sausage, and now I'm sad. Meat overboard. Now, one thing to keep in mind, though, about both of these places, if you don't like a thin crust pizza, then you don't. You probably won't like them. Because, as you can see, that is a thin crust. I'm wearing a Batman shirt to celebrate Pi Day because if you remember, classically, Batman's parents, it's his one weakness because Batman's parents were shot by a pizza. All right. Oh no! Oh, upside down. So this is the halfway point. After this, I'll be halfway through. And I tend to prefer, I like it when I can get these white sauces. Sometimes, like, so this is an Alfredo. I think I already said that. Plus, I put like a butter herb on the crust too. I had them do it. If you're not familiar with these types of places, they're like pizza Chipotle. It's, you go down a line and just say what you want on it. Or like a Subway. So, but the cool thing is, there's no extra charges for additional toppings. It's just one flat charge. So in theory, you can just pile on so many toppings to where it'd just be, uneatable. Like, but then then that begs the question if whether or not God could make a pizza so big even he can't eat it, right? Or C, or in A, like not available because you don't need. Oh. All right, we're now halfway through. Well, this is a teensy slice. I'm just gonna eat this in one bite. Oh, it's good. There were some leavings in the box. Had to go for the leavings. All right, another slice. We're probably about 3/4 or 75%. But the thing I can't lay down enough, or say enough, is just that I love pizza. So any day that we're gonna celebrate pizza is always fun. Pizza and sandwiches might be two of the greatest foods ever invented by food inventors. and really get down to it. But one thing I'll say is, and I've had it happen at these places, they did it good this time. The crust is crispy enough and firm enough that it actually holds it, so when I pick it up, not everything just falls off, because I've gotten it to where it's left like mush, and there's some definite good crisp at the end. Excuse me. All right, we got 2 slices left. And then we'll sing the Pi Day song and come to an end of worship. Yeah, no, this is the business though, I'll say that. The toppings are good. Once again, the key is, because just because you have options, you can't go crazy. You gotta limit yourself. You load too much on it, it becomes a mess, like a David Hasselhoff cheeseburger. And then you have to bring a knife and fork into the equation. And let's just avoid that. Here we go. Look at all the crust. We're just 1 slice away now from calling this, from putting an end to this and celebrating and singing the Pi Day song. Final slice. Once again, there's a pesto sauce on there. Oh my gosh, okay. Well, depending on how much you can eat, it may not be reasonable to eat 1 whole slice on your own. But, or not 1 whole slice, but 1 whole of the pie. Ah. Oh. Oh. Whew. Good thing I got the napkins. That should make a lot of you happy that I'm using it to towel off the sweat. Alright. So that's it. Pizza is finite. Is done. I ate that whole thing. Which means now it's time for the annual singing of the Pi Day song. And now the end is near, and so we face that final napkin. Ah, you can try not some beers. We did it all so amusing. And did it Pi Day or something. That's the best I could come up with. Fuck off. Obscuregentlemen.com, YouTube, Adult Male, peace, Pi Day. Because it's Pi Day and you ain't got shit to do and you ain't got, no. Because you ain't got no job. Wait. It's Pi Day, motherfucker. You ain't got no job because you ain't got no shit to do or something. You know, like that movie with the guy from Are We There Yet? Later.